Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. As you probably know, the Ukrainians were successful in damaging two Russian vessels in the port of Sevastopol in the Crimean Peninsula, one landing ship and a submarine. There are reports saying that the Ukrainians used Storm Shadow missiles. Those are British providers, English, British, UK, from that area, missiles, and they were successful. The Russians said the Ukrainians launched about 10, and they were capable of destroying 7. So 3 were able to pass through or go through the Russian air defense systems. Those missiles, the Storm Shadow missiles, are launched from a Su-24 bomber. They have the proper platform that was applied to them, and now the Russians are trying to destroy the Su-24 bombers, which are located in one oblast west in Ukraine. They tried before, they succeeded in hitting the airfield, and it seems like overnight the Russians tried to destroy it in an overnight strike, but not with missiles. Instead, they tried with drones. The Ukrainians claim they were very, very successful in defending it. So I'm going to show you 2 articles coming from the Ukrainian side, plus a map so we can see how far those drones flew. So let's start with the article coming from the Kiev Independent, and it says that Air Force reports Russia tried to destroy Ukrainian bombers in overnight strike. And this is from the 15th of September 2023. That's not a I don't think this is a proper airplane feature here, but anyway, this looks more like a maybe not. A Russian overnight drone on September 15 was targeting Ukrainian bombers in response to an attack against a Russian shipyard in Sevastopol earlier this week. So they say the Air Force said earlier that all 17 kamikaze Shahed drones launched against Khmelnytsky Oblast have been destroyed by air defense. The central western Khmelnytsky Oblast hosts the Starokostiantiniv Air Base, where the 7th Tactical Aviation Brigade operating Su-24 aircraft is stationed. Russian forces tried to target the air base already in July in a missile strike. Ignat commented at the time that the attack was ineffective because the air forces had protocols in place to protect the aircraft. Well, I covered that one, and I think indeed they managed to destroy something over there. Now, the other article comes from the New Voice of Ukraine, and it says that Russia attacks Ukraine with 17 drones overnight. All were shot down, and all of them supposedly were primarily targeting the Khmelnytsky Oblast in western Ukraine, the Air Force stated. So let's see where that Khmelnytsky Oblast is. It's right here. So this is the Crimean Peninsula. Here is Khmelnytsky right here. So this is in the western part. I didn't know the drones fly this far, but I think they can fly 500 kilometers or so, or even more. So here it is. Again, the Russians failed and the Ukrainians were successful. When they said it was as a result of that attack, I think that's stupid from both sides. First, the Russians attack that airfield and trying to destroy those Su-24 only now. Why wouldn't they do that every day? I will just make sure, if I were the Russians, that I take care of that completely, but probably they can't. And the other one is the Ukrainians claiming, well, that's because of that. Well, you don't know. If it was a coincidence, yeah, it could be connected. The fact is, these guys tried, you destroyed all of them, and that's it. Next attack on Khmelnytsky will be in what, 2 months from now? No, because I think the Ukrainians, their next target will be, and will be a successful target, is going to be hit. The Kerch Bridge, the Crimean Bridge. I said it many times before. The Ukrainians will do the same thing they did in Sevastopol, and that is swarm the defense systems. You send a lot of them ahead of time, the defense systems shoot them, and then the real ones come right among those or a little bit after, and then you destroy it. And out of 10, at least 3 succeeded in hitting the targets, which is 2 vessels. And I don't know if there were 3 only that succeeded. I suspect there were more than 3, but I don't have the evidence. But if you do the same thing in the Kerch Bridge and send them all 10 towards the Kerch Bridge, I'm pretty sure they're going to have that bridge out of commission. And I predicted that a long time ago that will happen. And it's not going to be repaired until this thing ends. Why? Because once they destroy it, that means they could do it again and again and again. The Russians right now employed, I think they should have employed everything they got for the Crimean Bridge. And if they didn't, then why not? So if the Crimean Bridge will be destroyed by the British provided missiles, and now it seems the Americans are going to provide there too, and the Germans will provide their Taurus. So the Germans will provide their ATACMS missiles. So the Germans will provide the Taurus in the same time, plus the Storm Shadow, plus the Scalp, which is the French version of Storm Shadow. These things will destroy that bridge. It's just a matter of time. Well, that's limitations in everything. And I don't think you can defend unless you have Patriot systems. If you have Patriot systems, you defend everything, and HIMARS. Untouchable, undestroyable, everything. So the Russians seem to lack that. They need the American technology. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.